Rolling.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Gallagher from Learning Herbs. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to make some pickled bull kelp. So we went out on a seaweed harvesting mission with my friend Johanna recently, and we found this beautiful bull kelp, and we thought, let's make some pickles, because what else do you do when you find a beautiful bull kelp? So we found this kelp kind of far out on the beach. We had hiked for quite a while. It was a place where not many people were, and this kelp had washed up on the beach. And generally, you want to harvest your kelp out in from the ocean water while it's still floating. But this one was so fresh that we were like, oh, we can't pass that up. So we went ahead and brought it home to make pickles out of. So there's a few steps to making pickles. So the first step is to make sure your jar is sterilized. So I've got some water boiling on the stove, and I'm just gonna put the jar in the boiling water for a couple of minutes just to make sure there's no bacteria in the jar. And then we're gonna cut up the bull kelp and the onion, and we're gonna soak it in some salt and ice in order to draw out some of the waters. And then we're going to make a brine. And then once we have the brine, we're going to put all of these things in the jar. So we're going to put the cut up bull kelp and onion, and we're going to put some dill and bay leaves and garlic, all of our spices in the jar. And then we're going to cover all of these ingredients with the vinegar brine, and then we'll let that sit in the refrigerator for a couple of days in order for the kelp to absorb the flavors from the vinegar and the spices. So that's how we're gonna put together these pickles. All right, so this is just a simple sterilization process. We're just gonna dip this jar into the boiling water, and we're gonna let it boil for just a minute. I'll put the lid in there too. I don't like to boil these because it kind of ruins the seal on them. So I'm gonna put that in at the last minute. But we'll let the jar boil for a little bit. So we're just, making sure the jar is super clean because all these ingredients are gonna sit in there for a couple of days. So nice to have a clean jar.
Don't want anything growing in there.
Nothing except what we want to have in our jars. What do you think? Has it been a minute?
In 3 more seconds.
3 more seconds, and then we'll have a clean jar.
It's a minute. Woo!
All right. We'll call that good. Clean lid. We'll dip this in. All right.
Rolling.
All right, so we're gonna cut this kelp into about 1/4-inch little circles. So just like this. It cuts really easily, y'all.
It looks so thick though.
It's not hard to cut. Oh, and I was gonna say, while I'm doing this, I'll just talk to you a little bit. So when we harvested this bull kelp, it was probably 2 days ago. Is that right, Kira?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and so we just left it outside in a bucket of salt water. So we brought it home with some salt water over it, and I've just left it on the porch, and it's still in really, really good shape. Like, this feels very, very fresh and beautiful. So that is an easy thing that you can do, is just keep it in the salt water. And then as I prepared for this today, I did rinse the salt water off of the kelp. So that's what's happened to it up until this point. I just did a quick rinse, and then it's been sitting here waiting for me to chop it up. I think that's a lot of pickles.
Yeah.
So I think with these bigger ones, I might just cut them in half because I think they're going to fit in the jar better that way. I'm just going to put these in the bowl.
And so, like, what kind of nutrients and things do you get from eating seaweeds?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, why do we want to even do this, right?
Yeah, are they very yummy?
What the heck? They are very yummy. That is one good reason. And they are really full of nutrients. So the really wonderful thing about eating sea vegetables is that they absorb a lot of minerals from the sea. So these bull kelp are just full of minerals that our bodies need. So these minerals really support healthy metabolic function and also healthy function of our thyroids. They lead to just healthier bones and teeth and hair and nails. So really, really great source of nutrition for our bodies. So getting a little bit of seaweed into your diet is a really wonderful thing. So I do put dried kelp in my nourishing herbal infusion every day. So this is just another way of bringing the kelp into my diet. So I'm also going to put an onion in there for flavoring. I always like to cut like a little edge off of the onion so that it's easier to stand it up. I'm cutting it into little circles.
Nice. So you're pickling, it'll pickle the onions and the kelp.
Pickled onions, pickled kelp, pickled garlic.
So good.
We're going to pickle some things today.
So much goodness.
So honestly, this is a step that I have not tried before, but I'm going to try it because on the recipe that I found, this was recommended. So I'm just putting it in here with some salt. And we're going to see what happens.
Nice.
Because why not? Then it also said that you could add some ice. And we're going to see what that does.
Trying new things.
We're learning new things. Yeah, and this says you could do this, leave it in there for as long as you want, like 3 hours or a few minutes. So, and the recipe also said sometimes I don't do this step at all. So I don't think it's critical, but it did say that it would pull some of the water content out of these pieces. So nice. Maybe that will make them crispier pickles. Yeah.
Nice. Yay.
All right, so it's time to make the brine. And I wanted to just mention that this is a recipe that we used to make a lot as a family, but it was many, many years ago when we were doing this. So John took a seaweed harvesting class, and we would go out to the San Juan Islands and gather the bull kelp and bring it and hang it over the clothesline out on the islands and let the fronds all dry on the clotheslines, and then we would pickle the actual bulbs and stipes. And so we used to make these kelp pickles, but when I went to make this video, I looked for our recipe and I couldn't find it. So I'm kind of doing some from memory and some from a recipe online. So it's like a mix-up recipe of these two different recipes. So just to let you know kind of the background of this recipe, it's not the exact one from what we did as a family, and the idea of bull kelp pickles is something that we've done many, many times. So we are going to go ahead and make this brine. So it takes 2/3 of a cup of water. And then we want to put in 2 cups of vinegar. And I'm using apple cider vinegar. And I actually decided that I'm going to use my dandelion cleaver vinegar in the pickles because it's just me in the house now, and the chances of me going through this much vinegar this year, I don't know if it's going to happen. So I thought I'll just put this in the kelp pickles, and then some of the kelp nutrients will also get into this vinegar, and then maybe I'll use this vinegar in a different way, like I guess I can put it in my salad dressings. And then I can also maybe add it to vinegar drinks. So it'll just give me another motivation to actually put all this vinegar into my body. So I need 2 cups of vinegar. So I'm doing apple cider vinegar infused with dandelions and cleavers. And that will also maybe add some extra flavors to my bulk kelp pickles. So I'm just kind of excited about this whole experiment. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the apple cider vinegar in, and I'm gonna turn the heat on, and I'm gonna put in a cup of sugar. It's part of the pickling process. And I'm gonna stir that in. And as it heats up, that will dissolve. And then I'm also gonna put in the bay leaf. And on the online recipe, it says you can put your pickling spice in right now as you're making the brine, but I'm gonna be using fresh herbs instead of a pickling spice. So I'm not gonna put them into the boiling water. I'm just gonna go ahead and make up this brine and then cut up the spices separately. So what we'll do is we'll just let that come to a boil and just boil it for about a minute. And then the brine will be ready and hot. And we're gonna pour the hot brine over the pickles in just a moment. All right, so I'm gonna peel this garlic, but mostly just kind of leave this whole and add it into the mixture, because then I'll have some pickled garlic that I can eat as well. So we'll have pickled onions, we'll have pickled garlic, and we'll have pickled kelp fronds. Using multiple pickling projects in one. And we're gonna have this dill. I think I'm gonna put in just a small bit of dill here. Maybe this much.
Nice.
Looks like there's a little ladybug on there. Ahead and
Oh, ladybug.
rinse this. Since it came from the grocery store. I'm gonna take my brine off so it doesn't all boil away. Just gonna chop this up a little bit. Okay, so we have some chopped dill. We've got some garlic cloves. We've got our kelp pickles. Put the bay leaf in with the brine so it can get some flavor in there. And next step, we're gonna put all this together. So first, I'm gonna take this that was soaking in the salt and go ahead and rinse that off and get it ready to put in the jar. And I don't see that too much water content came out, but maybe a little bit. And that should help make the pickles a little more crisp. Just gonna kind of layer things in, put a couple cloves of garlic, put some dill, put some more pickles and onions. Try not to get the ice.
Yeah.
We don't need any more water in there.
Wow.
Ooh, it's so beautiful.
It's so pretty. And it smells so good.
The dill.
The
dill
and
is
then like the
so
seaweedy smell.
yummy. So yummy smelling. All right, and then we have some more pickles. This is about right for our quart jar. Look at that.
Ooh.
We estimated pretty well
Yeah.
how much we cut off of our seaweed friend.
And then you still have some for a bath.
Yes. A lot of the seaweed I harvested this time is going to go into a luxurious seaweed bath tonight, because we got so excited about talking to you all about harvesting and about the benefits of seaweed that we didn't do much harvesting. And most of what we harvested was just off of the shore, so it's not seaweed that I would feel so excited to put into my body. But it's going to make a really nice bath. So seaweed baths are really nice for your skin. There's all this mucilage that helps make your skin feel nice and soft, and it's just really nourishing for our skin. So that's a plan for later. This will go into the bath with the other seaweeds. So fun.
Rolling.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this hot brine over my kelp pickles, and we're gonna, yeah, begin the pickling process.
So nice. Whoa.
All right, and then we just use this chopstick as a really handy tool to just make sure that there aren't any air bubbles down in there. So we could do this to get the air bubbles out.
And is this one that you would stir every day, or is this one that just sits in the fridge?
I would tend to stir it every day. I mean, we're gonna really want to try and keep all of this plant matter down below the brine. Mm-hmm. It's only gonna go for a couple days, and we're doing it in the fridge, so I'm not really concerned about anything growing in there, but it's always good to just kind of keep that, you know, pushed down under the brine. So I'm gonna do that, and yeah, one idea to help keep it pushed down is to like use a weight. Like sometimes when you're pickling, use a weight. So you can use a plastic follower like this and then put a weight on it. This one I think is going to be a little bit too big for my jar, especially since I filled it so full. So I think what I'm going to do is just stir it. Make sure that each day that at least once a day, maybe more, just make sure everything's getting kind of pushed down, and I'll just keep checking on it since I'm doing a refrigerator pickle. So that's going to be my strategy. And I wonder if I can slip this bay leaf in for flavor, if that's going to be a problem. Look at that, it went right in. Okay, so we've got our pickles, and I'm going to cap it with a plastic lid because remember, this is a vinegar preparation, and when you put a metal lid on vinegar, sometimes the vinegar can corrode the lid. So I realized I sterilized this lid earlier, and now I'm going to use a plastic lid. So maybe I'll sterilize this lid before I put it on, but I'll just let you know what I'm doing. So isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it looks so yummy. It just smells so good.
I think these are going to be really delicious. So I'm going to let this cool on the counter for a little bit, and then I will pop it in the refrigerator for about 48 hours, and then I'm going to try these pickles. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen. I'll see you next time.